Let's get started. Start with listening, and then learn new words and practice them in sentences.
In the realm of law, words are not mere vessels of communication. They are instruments of power, shaping the very foundation of justice and governance. Legal English, with its intricate syntax and specialized vocabulary, can appear impenetrable to the uninitiated, often resembling a foreign language. However, this linguistic complexity serves a crucial purpose: to articulate legal rights and obligations with unwavering precision, ensuring that every detail is accounted for. For those operating in legal spheres, mastering this language is not optional. It's essential. It is the bedrock upon which legal practice is built. It's the key to understanding agreements, advocating for your rights, and navigating the legal system effectively. Without it, one is left vulnerable in a world governed by laws. Whether you're a seasoned lawyer or a student embarking on your legal journey, a strong command of legal English is paramount. It is a lifelong skill that evolves with your career. This essay serves as your guide through the labyrinthine corridors of contracts and legal documents, demystifying the complexities that often intimidate newcomers. We'll equip you with the knowledge and skills to confidently interpret, analyze, and even draft legal texts, transforming you into a proficient legal communicator. Understanding legal English is about more than just deciphering complex terminology. It's about wielding the power of language to ensure fairness, clarity, and justice within the legal system. It is about making the law accessible to all. It's about leveling the playing field so that everyone, regardless of their background, can understand and exercise their legal rights. Knowledge of legal language empowers individuals and communities alike. As we delve into the intricacies of legal language, remember that this knowledge is empowering. It is a tool that can be used to protect and defend. It allows you to advocate for yourself, your clients, and what you believe in. Mastery of legal language is not just a professional asset. It is a means to uphold justice and integrity in society. Legal English is peppered with terms that often sound alien to everyday speakers. These terms, often derived from Latin or French, carry specific meanings that have been solidified through centuries of legal precedent. Let's demystify some of this jargon. Force majeure. This French phrase, meaning superior force, refers to unforeseen events beyond human control, such as natural disasters or pandemics, that may excuse a party from fulfilling contractual obligations. Indemnification. This legal cornerstone protects one party from liability for damages or losses incurred by another party. It's a contractual promise to make whole any harm suffered. Liquidated damages. This clause predetermines the amount of damages payable in the event of a specific contract breach. It eliminates the need for courts to calculate damages post-breach. Severability. This provision ensures that if one clause within a contract is deemed unenforceable, the remaining clauses remain valid and in effect. This is merely a glimpse into the expansive lexicon of legal English. As you progress in your legal studies, you'll encounter numerous other terms. Don't be intimidated. Approach them with curiosity, consult legal dictionaries, and strive to understand their nuances. Contracts, the lifeblood of business and many personal dealings, might appear as daunting walls of text, filled with legal jargon and complex clauses. However, beneath this seeming complexity lies a logical structure. Much like the human body with its interconnected systems, each part playing a crucial role in the overall function. Understanding this framework makes navigating contracts far less intimidating, empowering you to approach them with confidence and clarity. Most contracts, regardless of their specific purpose, follow a similar skeletal structure, a blueprint that ensures all necessary elements are covered. Preamble. This introductory section sets the stage by identifying the parties involved, the date of the agreement, and the underlying purpose of the contract. It acts as the opening statement, providing a snapshot of the agreement. Recitals. This section provides background information and context, outlining the circumstances leading to the contract's formation. It sets the stage for the agreement's terms, offering a narrative that explains why the contract exists. Definitions. Contracts often include a section dedicated to defining key terms used throughout the document. This ensures clarity and prevents misinterpretations, making sure everyone is on the same page. Operative clauses. This is the heart of the contract, outlining the parties' rights and obligations. It covers aspects like payment terms, delivery schedules, and performance standards, detailing the core commitments of each party. Representations and warranties. Here, parties make statements about certain facts relevant to the contract, providing assurance to the other party. These statements are crucial as they build trust and set expectations. Termination. This section outlines the conditions under which the contract can be terminated, such as breach of contract or mutual consent. It provides a clear exit strategy, ensuring that both parties understand the circumstances under which the agreement can end. Let's break down the typical sections found in a contract, exploring their purpose and content in greater detail. Understanding these sections can help you navigate through complex legal documents with more confidence and clarity. Preamble. Think of the preamble as the contract's introduction. It identifies the parties involved by their legal names and may assign them shorter titles for subsequent references within the contract, like buyer and seller. This section sets the stage for the entire agreement. The preamble also pinpoints the contract's execution date, a crucial detail for determining deadlines and the agreement's effective date. This date can be essential for tracking the timeline of obligations and rights. Recitals. This section sets the context, narrating the events or circumstances that led the parties to enter into a contract. It provides a background story that can be critical for understanding the intent behind the agreement. For example, in a real estate contract, the recitals might describe the property being sold, its location, and the agreed-upon purchase price. This helps in setting a clear context for the transaction. Definitions. Contracts often employ specific terms that hold unique meanings within the agreement's context. These terms can be technical or industry-specific, making this section indispensable. The definitions section acts as a mini dictionary, clarifying these terms to avoid ambiguity. This ensures that all parties have a mutual understanding of the key terms used throughout the document. For instance, a contract for software development might define intellectual property rights to encompass copyrights, patents, and trade secrets related to the software. This clarity helps in protecting the interests of both parties. Operative clauses. This is where the rubber meets the road. These clauses are the heart of the contract. Operative clauses spell out the parties' rights and duties. They detail the specific actions that each party must take to fulfill their part of the agreement. They answer questions like, what is each party obligated to do? When are payments due? These details are crucial for the smooth execution of the contract. What are the performance expectations? This section ensures that there is no confusion about what is expected from each party. Clarity in this section is paramount. Any vagueness can lead to disputes and misunderstandings. Representations and warranties. Here, parties make factual assertions about themselves or the subject matter of the contract. These statements are critical as they form the basis of trust between the parties. For example, a seller might warrant that they have clear title to the goods being sold. This assurance is vital for the buyer's peace of mind. These statements provide a basis for legal action if they prove false. Misrepresentations can lead to severe consequences, including contract termination and legal disputes. Termination. No one enters into a contract expecting it to fail, but it's crucial to establish clear exit strategies. This section outlines how the contract can be ended and under what circumstances. The termination section outlines valid grounds for ending the contract, such as material breach, failure to meet deadlines, or the occurrence of specific events like bankruptcy of one party. Knowing these terms can help in planning for unforeseen circumstances. Understanding the role of each section helps you dissect and comprehend contracts more effectively. This knowledge empowers you to negotiate better terms and protect your interests. It allows you to quickly locate the information you need and grasp the nuances of the agreement. Being well-versed in these sections can make a significant difference in your professional dealings.
Let's learn new words and practice English at level C2. Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction, the official power to make legal decisions and judgments. Example, understanding the jurisdiction of a contract is crucial as it determines which court will handle any disputes. Indemnity. Indemnity, security or protection against a loss or other financial burden. Example, the indemnity clause in the contract ensures that one party is compensated for any damages or losses incurred. Breach. Breach, the act of breaking or failing to observe a law, agreement, or code of conduct. Example, a breach of contract occurs when one party fails to fulfill their obligations as outlined in the agreement. Arbitration. Arbitration, the use of an arbitrator to settle a dispute. Example, many contracts include an arbitration clause to resolve disputes outside of court. Force majeure. Force majeure, unforeseeable circumstances that prevent someone from fulfilling a contract. Example, the force majeure clause protects parties from liability when extraordinary events occur, such as natural disasters.